Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. Starting on the daily chart, of course, here we're gonna see all the possibilities for this deep analysis between bearish and bullish scenario. As for every week and weekend, of course, we do this deep analysis and we see which has the highest and the lowest possibility between the bearish and the bullish scenario. And before we start this, of course, we're gonna jump a little bit in the monthly to see where are we from the month parabolic chart, and we're gonna, of course, take a closer look a little bit what can be the next move. So looking here at the monthly, as we said, for every cycle we topped already before a little bit. Like for this cycle we topped for two candles, 2 monthly candles before it. This one was like 4 monthly candles before it, and now, I mean, if we say we're gonna top double time of this, like 8 candles, that would be still even very, very far from now. Like in September 2025, it says that we might top for the wave 5, which is kind of far from what we are looking at right now, where we are very, very close to finish a wave 5 towards the upside. Now it depends, of course, if this wave 5 is tending to move even higher than this parabolic curve. And if that is the case scenario, that it might unfold the big scenario here, the triple 1-2s of the cycles, where we are looking at 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 for every cycle, and then this might be your wave 3 towards the upside. However, this is a very, very high price for Bitcoin, and I think it is the most thing that it could, the last thing that it could be right now, right? I mean, $500,000 for Bitcoin. This is a real moon boy, right? Yeah, but I mean, as per Elliott wave, it is possible with triple 1-2s. I mean, we're talking Elliott wave, but however, it's a little bit unrealistic to believe right now. Let's just stick with the curve first and break the curve, and then we talk about something higher than this, right? So so this is the thing. Now what I see is that we moved 5 to the wave 5 a little bit earlier than expected, right, for the cycle to top, because I mean, we are already confirmed that we are in the wave 3 of this wave 5, right? So we're gonna see how the thing is gonna unfold. Maybe we top very earlier and then we start our bearish scenario, or our bearish correction for a new cycle later on, right? However, for a prediction for the next cycle, the things might start to go sideways, right, because of this curve. And we see this now exactly in Ethereum, where the parabolic curve has started to move towards the downside, and when we see how Ethereum is moving even down with it and sideways. So we're gonna check and see what's gonna happen. So now that was for the monthly. Let's move now back to the daily chart. On the daily, we need to check our channels again, the channels which are the most important indicators that we are in the right way, or in the right counting for Elliott wave as well, right? So in this channel, we are looking at our acceleration channel here, right, in the white, taken from the wave 2 here and then based on the wave 3. And of course, we are looking at a broken corrective wave, right, taken from the top of the 3 to the highest point in your correction, exactly here, and of course your lowest point in your correction, where we have bottomed here for wave 4. And we can see that we have broken this correction once. We test the acceleration channel, we broke the correction once again, and then once again, of course, during the elections, and then during the election we have broken the acceleration channel, right, as well. So again, and this time we have really yeah, we have went through, and of course we are a very, very very strong inside, because we have closed several candles inside this acceleration channel. And this is kind of a confirmation, of course, guys, that we have started our wave 5, because we have started to range inside this channel. Now, of course, it doesn't mean that we will not see some red. Of course, we have to retest the acceleration channel and see what's going to happen. Of course, sometimes it can goes out and in and out and in. So yeah, that's very, very normal. So this is regarding the daily channel. And where are we? So we are in a very good position. Now we might, of course, move a little bit back to retest. If we fail, we might go out maybe and then retest again. So this is how the things work, right? Now there are different scenarios, of course, where or bearish scenarios where we gonna see, of course, several tests for it, right? Now the scenarios could be, let's push our scenarios here. So these are the scenarios that I'm talking about, like a wave C and ABC zigzag. And in this scenario, ABC zigzag, where we have an A, B, and a wave C towards the upside. And after having, of course, an ABC here, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, we might face a 5 waves towards the downside, which is your wave C in a major regular flat as a bearish. So what I'm talking about here is this one. Yes, but first this one, right? And in this one, where you still want to see a higher price, right? Where you will first go a little bit lower for a correction as one or as a B, and then go one more leg towards the upside. And I'm saying this because it's gonna be a zigzag up, zigzag down, one up, one down for your wave 4 and for your wave 5 as well, hitting between those fib levels and finishing a zigzag, a wave 5 in zigzag. And that means you have finished ABC here, 3 waves up, 3 waves, or 5 waves up, 3 waves down, and then 5 waves up. And of course, once we finish here, so don't forget this is still bullish here, right? Because we're gonna see higher prices maybe onto 79,600. And then moving down with the wave C. So this is still very, very dangerous zone now, right, for this scenario. And if you remember before, we have said on the daily here that we might see here over this level now. Over this level, it is a confirmation to 100K scenario. And it's true. And this has been activated. But those arrows, don't forget that it still can be updated, all right? So now we have a new prices. So for this one, I'm gonna remove it now, and the new one are, of course, the 79,600, and this is taken from this leg here to this one as a diagonal wave 5. Sorry, not this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, sorry, I took it wrong. Here we go. From this wave 2, then 3, 4, and a 5. All right. So for now, this 1-to-1, of course, when we reach the 1-to-1 fib level, therefore we have invalidated this diagonal. So therefore we need a wave 3 to confirm exactly, to be very long, to confirm that we gonna break the 83. So now, what I'm gonna do, so to remove the dangerous thing here, so I'm gonna keep this there, okay? I'm gonna only keep the 1-to-1, and I'm gonna name this in U towards 100K, okay? So above this price action, we are definitely to the 100K. Below this one, we are to the, of course, to the bearish scenario, which is still can be unfolded as a regular flat 5 waves after having, of course, an expanding flat here, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and then, of course, 5 waves down. This is a total expanding flat, and it can be a wave 4, definitely. So this is a scenario that, this is your most bearish scenario, by the way, okay? However, to finish this or to start this very, very bearish scenario, you need still one more wave up. I need to finish, of course, a zigzag here. Yeah? You need to finish this wave 5 as a zigzag. It's not finished yet, okay? So these are the things. Now, of course, if we put this in the daily to keep it always as a reminder. So this was your ABC zigzag. Now 1112, definitely this is our main scenario. This is our 100K scenario, right? 1112s, and we are looking to a wave 3 now. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we are going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, I doubt it that our wave 2 is gonna hit only the 0.23 this time, due to the red thing that we see there. But yeah, we're gonna check it. It's even too early to call, too early to say how much deep it's gonna go. But okay, yeah, it's a very, very strong indication of bearish. However, possibly that we have finished this 1112 and we are in a very, very high wave 3. So we need a retracement. Definitely we need one, and then we need to continue very, very high, okay? And we need to break the 83,000 to, of course, disable a wave 5 or a wave C in 5 ways toward the downside after ABC, right? So, so these are the possibilities for a wave 3 over 3. We're gonna dive a little bit, possibly 0.38 Fib level, and then moving up. Yeah, so we're gonna explain as well this in the deep. The last diagonal, the third possibility is diagonal wave 1, exactly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for diagonal finished already here. And then this was your wave A, B, and then C. And what we're talking about here is this one, yeah, is this scenario where, yeah, it might have finished A, B, and a C, where we have finished top here for a wave 1, and then this is, okay, and your Fib levels are almost the same area with an expanding flat of a wave B, so that works well with it. And we might hit the 0.38 Fib level as 5 waves toward the downside, right? Very possible scenario as well. It could be very possible. And then moving towards the upside. Your wave 2 here can be even, it can say, okay, this was the first leg of your wave, of your correction wave, which is the wave A, and then have another B, and then of course another wave C, which it goes, of course, even deeper. So this is your, I would say, midterm bearish, right? We have a short-term bearish, which is in 1112. We have a midterm, which is a diagonal, right? 1, and then ABC, and possibly continuation until you get a deeper wave 2 and then move up. And you have a very long-term bearish scenario where you have an A, B, and a C, where we're gonna seek for a regular flat here, or an expanding flat, sorry, for a wave C. Right, so here we should adjust this. That was old expanding flat. When we were under the all-time high, it was a regular flat, right? So, yeah. So these are the scenarios, guys. These are the scenarios that, we might see Yeah, it's very, is it A, B, C, right? A, B, and a C, finishing one more zigzag for your wave 5, and then moving massively towards the downside. This is your most bearish scenario. Is it a multiple 1-2s, which is our ultimate scenario for the 100K, of course, where we are looking 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Now we are looking for a small correction towards the downside for your big wave 3, right? In the yellow, where we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Of course, your wave 3 needs a wave 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, it might be a very shallow wave 2 as well. So we're gonna see how it's gonna work. Or is it a big diagonal here with a wave 1? Yeah, as a wave 1, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 finished, of course, a diagonal for a wave 1, and then A, B, and a C for a wave 2. Now, this is if you are very, very in rush to move towards the upside, of course. I mean, Bitcoin might be. And then, yeah, having another correction, and then, of course, one more drop for a wave, bigger wave 2, and then hitting, of course, the 100K again. So this is very, very possible as well, guys. And don't forget that we have already reached the all-time high, guys. So don't forget that the possibility of being, of having a finished wave 5 is very, very close even, guys. Yeah. So I just want to open the eyes here. Don't let the 100K scenario blind you. Yeah. So sometimes people forget that that we are already in a wave 5, and they forget that we got the all-time high. So officially, and we got even 5 waves in this wave. So officially, you have kind of finished a good counting for a wave 5. And by all means, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it can be finished at any time, guys, as well. Yeah, so be careful from this scenario. It happened before. It happened before. If we look at the previous cycle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Traders were expecting higher, right? But that was not the case. It was even shorter than your wave 1. However, it took the high, and it took it in 5 waves up. Could that repeat itself? Everything is possible, guys. Okay, everything is possible. So if we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, we can count very, very nicely 5 waves towards the upside that it can be already finished. So this is what I want. It's just to open the eyes, keep the eyes open. So yeah, and especially when we are in a dangerous zone. So now we are in one. We are in a dangerous zone. So let's move to it, see what's going on inside it, and see this formation of a bearish scenario. So as we talked yesterday, we have finished and topped a wave 5 with a ending diagonal. And after that, I said, okay, we might drop fast, guys. And this is exactly what we are looking at now for, is a wave 1, 2, and of course, it looks like a diagonal because, yeah, it looks obviously, even on the 1 hour chart, it looks like a very clear contracting diagonal as a wave 1. And when it is so, therefore, we are looking, of course, to an impulse towards the downside as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, yeah, we can measure exactly how much our impulse strong is gonna be. So let's go wave 3 impulse. Here we go. So first step, as wave 3, we are diving already to the 75,000 as expected yesterday, right? So this is your first step as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave 5 might hit the 0.23. However, we're gonna hit it in 5 waves, and that means we're gonna have the 3 waves corrective, and then we're gonna have one more 5 waves, of course. And that brings us to the 0.38. Now here is the question. Here is the question. Are we done? Are we finished? Are we ready to move up again, right? after this wave 2, which it should be a shallow one because we are in a 3 over 3 over 3 over 5, right? And after triple 2s, and of course you are in a wave 5, major wave 5. Therefore, it should be very, very impulsive. And in that case scenario, of course, we are looking for retracement or pushing back towards the upside, right? If we don't get enough here, and we see that those 3 waves are extending towards the downside, therefore this has transformed to 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And yeah, unfortunately, you cannot really measure this unless, of course, we get some price action exactly at this time. Yeah, it should be exactly at this time that we confirm if we are moving more or further towards the downside or not. Okay, so and of course the reaction after it. So yeah, so this is the thing, guys. So on the 1 hour chart, we are aiming around the 73,230 as a minimum price. Now, if we retrace again, then okay, we are back to the 100K. So I'm not saying we are totally bearish here, guys. Of course, it's a short term so far, but to be re-estimated and reanalyzed at this area, and then of course we might come back to the 100K. So yeah, I will not add much more than this for the deep analysis. This is what we are looking at. Now for the 1 hour chart, of course, as we said, it could be here and then moving up for our scenario 1112s. If we dive deeper, and yeah, so it might start our scenario, which is a diagonal as that we saw already as 1, ABC expanding flat as for your wave 2. It might even get deeper, very possible. Yeah, and this is a scenario. I mean, if we are very bearish, of course, from there, then okay, we have finished ABC, right? And then we are very, very bearish. So one of these 3 scenarios, guys, there is no other now. Currently, those are the main ones. So yeah, of course, there is plenty, but those are the main one and the most possible. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.